Exploring the impact of remote work. Level B. 1. Intermediate. Over the last few years, the way we work has changed more than ever before. Millions of people around the world have moved from offices to their homes, from conference rooms to video calls, and from daily commutes to digital collaboration. This new way of working is called remote work, and it is transforming modern life in ways that few could have imagined just a decade ago. The birth of remote work. While the idea of working from home isn't new, it became truly global in the early 2020s. The COVID-19 pandemic forced many companies to close their physical offices and let employees work online. At first, it seemed like a temporary solution, a way to stay safe while keeping the economy running. But soon, both employers and workers began to realize that remote work had many benefits that were hard to ignore. For companies, remote work meant lower costs. They could save money on rent, electricity, and office supplies. For employees, it offered freedom, the chance to avoid long commutes, spend more time with family, and create a better balance between work and life. It was a new kind of flexibility that many people had never experienced before. However, as the months passed, it became clear that remote work wasn't perfect. Some people loved it. Others struggled with loneliness, lack of motivation, or distractions at home. What began as a practical necessity soon became a global experiment in how humans work, communicate, and stay productive. The advantages of working from home. One of the biggest advantages of remote work is flexibility. You can start your day earlier or later, depending on your personal routine. Parents can spend more time with their children. People with disabilities can work comfortably without traveling. Many workers say they feel more trusted and respected when their company allows them to manage their own time. Another benefit is increased productivity. Studies have shown that some employees actually get more done when working remotely. Without office noise, long meetings, or unnecessary interruptions, it can be easier to focus. For people who work in creative or technical fields, peace and independence often lead to better results. Remote work also helps the environment. With fewer people driving or flying to work, there's less pollution. Some cities noticed cleaner air and quieter streets when offices closed during the pandemic. It's one of the unexpected positive effects of this new lifestyle. The challenges of remote work. But of course, remote work has its downsides. The most common problem people mention is isolation. When you spend all day at home, you can start to feel disconnected from colleagues and society. Video calls help, but they're not the same as talking face-to-face. Many workers miss the small daily conversations, the friendly chats near the coffee machine, or lunch with coworkers. Another challenge is work-life balance. It may seem easier to separate work and personal life when you're at home, but in reality, it often becomes harder. When your office is your bedroom or living room, the line between working and resting disappears. Some employees find themselves working longer hours, checking emails late at night, or never truly relaxing. There's also the issue of distractions. Children, pets, or household chores can make it difficult to stay focused. Not everyone has a quiet space or good internet connection. And while technology connects people, it can also be exhausting. Endless video calls, constant notifications, and pressure to be online all the time can cause stress and burnout. The role of technology. Remote work would not be possible without technology. Tools like Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and Slack have become essential for communication. Cloud services like Google Drive or Dropbox allow teams to share files instantly. Project management tools, such as Trello or Asana, help organize tasks and deadlines. But technology is not just a tool, it also changes how people think and behave. Online communication requires new skills, being clear in messages, managing tone in emails, and showing empathy through a screen. It's easy to misunderstand someone's meaning when you can't see their face or hear their voice. That's why many companies now train their employees in digital communication, how to collaborate effectively in virtual spaces. The global dimension. Remote work has made the world smaller. Today, a designer in Thailand can work for a company in Germany, and a programmer in Argentina can join a project in Canada. Borders are no longer barriers to employment. This globalization of talent has created new opportunities, especially for people in developing countries who can now access international jobs without leaving home. However, it has also increased competition. Since companies can hire anyone from anywhere, salaries for some positions have dropped, especially in industries where supply is high. At the same time, employees in wealthy countries sometimes feel pressure to work harder to keep their positions. It's a new kind of global job market, one that rewards skill, flexibility, and communication more than physical presence. Changing office culture. The traditional idea of an office with desks, meetings, and coffee breaks is slowly disappearing. Many companies are adopting hybrid models where employees work part of the week from home and part from the office. This system aims to combine the best of both worlds, flexibility and teamwork. Yet, the culture of work itself is evolving. In the past, success was often measured by visibility, being seen in the office, staying late, showing effort. Now, it's more about results. Employers care less about where you are and more about what you produce. This shift has encouraged trust and independence, but it also requires new ways of managing teams. Leaders can no longer rely on physical supervision. They must learn to motivate, support, and evaluate workers they may never meet in person. Soft skills, communication, empathy, and adaptability have become more valuable than ever. The psychological impact. The human brain is social by nature. We learn, grow, and feel happier when connected with others. That's why one of the greatest challenges of remote work is emotional well-being. Without the daily social contact of an office, some workers feel lonely or anxious. For extroverted personalities, this isolation can be especially difficult. At the same time, introverts often find remote work liberating. They can concentrate without pressure and express themselves better through writing. The experience is deeply individual. What feels like freedom for one person can feel like imprisonment for another. To maintain mental health, experts suggest building daily routines, setting clear work hours, taking regular breaks, and leaving the house at least once a day. Some companies organize virtual coffee breaks or online games to strengthen team bonds. Others encourage employees to work from cafes or co-working spaces for a change of environment. New opportunities. Remote work has also created new industries. Online education, digital wellness programs, and virtual team-building companies have all grown rapidly. Interior designers now specialize in home offices. Software developers build tools to make remote collaboration smoother. Even fitness instructors have adapted, offering live online classes for workers who spend most of the day sitting. Many people have also discovered freelancing and digital nomadism, the ability to work from anywhere in the world. Some travel from country to country while keeping a stable income online. For them, remote work means not just freedom from the office, but freedom from geography itself. Still, this lifestyle isn't for everyone. Constant travel can be tiring, and time zone differences make teamwork difficult. But it represents a growing trend, one where work becomes a personal adventure rather than a fixed location. The future of workspaces. As remote work continues to grow, cities and companies are rethinking what workspaces should look like. In many places, large office buildings stand half empty. Some of them are being turned into co-working hubs, community centers, or even apartments. A co-working hub is a shared office space where freelancers and remote workers can rent desks or meeting rooms. These spaces offer high-speed internet, coffee, and social interaction, the things people miss when working alone at home. They have become especially popular among young professionals and small startups. Urban planners are also reimagining city design. If fewer people commute every day, traffic jams and pollution can decrease. Some experts believe that future cities will become more local. People will work, shop, and socialize in their own neighborhoods instead of traveling far. This could make urban life more sustainable and balanced. The economic impact. The rise of remote work has also changed the economy in surprising ways. Local businesses near offices, cafes, restaurants, and dry cleaners suffered when workers stayed home. But new markets appeared instead. Online food delivery, home office furniture, and internet service providers all saw a huge increase in demand. For individuals, remote work has brought new financial opportunities. Some people have moved from expensive cities to smaller towns or rural areas while keeping their big city salaries. This has helped families save money and live more comfortably. In some countries, it's even created a reverse migration, people leaving big cities to return to their hometowns. At the same time, governments and companies are still learning how to deal with taxes, labor laws, and international contracts in a remote-first world. When an employee lives in one country but works for a company in another, who is responsible for taxes or insurance? These questions are becoming increasingly important in the global economy. Education and skill development. Remote work has also influenced education. As more people work online, digital skills have become essential. Schools and universities now teach not only traditional subjects, but also online communication, self-management, and digital collaboration. Many adults are taking online courses to improve their qualifications. Platforms like Coursera, Udemy, and LinkedIn Learning have millions of users. People can now learn new skills at their own pace, programming, graphic design, marketing, or languages without leaving home. Companies are also investing in continuous learning. Since technology changes quickly, workers need to update their knowledge regularly. Remote work makes it easier to join virtual workshops and training sessions from anywhere in the world. Family life and personal balance. For families, remote work has been both a blessing and a challenge. On one hand, parents can spend more time with their children. They can have lunch together, help with homework, and be present for important moments. Many parents say they now feel more connected to their families. On the other hand, working from home with kids around can be stressful. It's difficult to focus when children need attention or the house is noisy. That's why setting boundaries, clear working hours, and private spaces is essential for balance. Couples also need to adapt. When both partners work remotely, they share the same space all day. Some find it strengthens their relationship. Others discover that too much togetherness can cause tension. Communication, respect, and small routines like separate work corners or daily walks help maintain harmony. Remote work has also made life easier for people caring for elderly relatives or those with disabilities. They can manage both family and professional duties without giving up one or the other. This flexibility is one of the most human advantages of the remote era. Health and well-being. Working from home has changed people's physical and mental health in different ways. Without the daily commute, many workers have more time for sleep, exercise, or cooking healthy meals. However, sitting all day in front of a computer can also lead to new problems: back pain, eye strain, and lack of movement. To stay healthy, experts recommend simple habits: standing up every hour, stretching, walking outside, and keeping a regular schedule. Some people use standing desks or balance balls to make their home offices more ergonomic. Mental well-being is equally important. Without social contact, people can feel lonely or disconnected. That's why building a virtual community matters. Chatting with colleagues, joining online hobby groups, or simply calling a friend. Many companies now provide mental health programs, online counseling, and mindfulness sessions for employees. These small steps can make a big difference in keeping people motivated and emotionally stable. The environmental perspective. Remote work has proven that we can reduce our environmental impact without losing productivity. With fewer daily commutes, cities have seen lower CO2 emissions and less traffic. This has inspired discussions about sustainable work practices. However, there are also hidden environmental costs. More home offices mean higher electricity use, and constant internet activity consumes energy in data centers. The challenge for the future is to make remote work not only convenient, but also eco-friendly by using renewable energy, reducing waste, and recycling electronic devices. Still, compared to traditional office life, remote work remains a greener option for most people. If companies continue to support flexible models, the planet will benefit in the long term. The new definition of success. In the past, success often meant climbing the corporate ladder, having a corner office, and being seen as hardworking. Today, many people define success differently. It's about freedom, purpose, and well-being. Remote work has helped people rethink their priorities. Some have discovered that they can earn less but live better, spending time with family, traveling, or pursuing personal hobbies. Others have started their own businesses, turning passions into income. This cultural shift shows that productivity doesn't always mean long hours or physical presence. It means doing meaningful work in a way that supports both the individual and the community. The global future of remote work. The world is now entering a new phase, the hybrid future. Companies are experimenting with flexible schedules, virtual offices in the metaverse, and international teams that never meet physically. Artificial intelligence helps automate tasks, while virtual reality allows realistic meetings in 3D environments. Some experts believe that in the future, physical offices will exist mainly for collaboration, creativity, and social connection, not daily routine. People will come together to brainstorm ideas, build relationships, and celebrate achievements, but most focused work will happen remotely. Governments are also adapting. Some countries now offer digital nomad visas, special permits that allow foreigners to live and work remotely for months or even years. Portugal, Estonia, and Thailand are among the pioneers. These programs attract skilled professionals and boost local economies. Remote work is also expanding opportunities for inclusion. People with disabilities, parents with small children, or those living in remote regions can now participate equally in the global workforce. It's a powerful step toward a more diverse and connected world. The human connection. Yet, no matter how advanced technology becomes, humans still need connection. Remote work may separate us physically, but it also reminds us of the value of empathy, communication, and shared purpose. The best remote teams are not just efficient, they are emotionally intelligent. They build trust through honesty, clarity, and kindness. They celebrate achievements together, support each other during challenges, and create a sense of belonging even across continents. That's the real secret of successful remote work. It's not only about where we work, but how we work together. A new chapter in human work. The rise of remote work marks one of the biggest social transformations of the 21st century. It's changing how we live, learn, and connect with others. It challenges old ideas about productivity and opens the door to new ways of thinking about success, balance, and happiness. Yes, there are still problems to solve: loneliness, inequality, and digital fatigue, but the potential is enormous. If humanity learns to combine technology with empathy, efficiency with flexibility, and freedom with responsibility, remote work may lead us to a better, more human future. In the end, work is not just about earning money. It's about meaning, creativity, and contribution. Remote work gives us the chance to redefine all three and to build a world where people can truly live, not just work.